Hi everyone! So we're going to answer another question here, and this one is actually going to be in two parts because there's two questions to this question. Two parts to this question. It's from Abdurazak. I'm getting better at pronouncing it, but I know I still pronounce it wrong, so hi if you're watching again. He asked, the first one that we're addressing is the raw vegan diet isn't delicious as the cooked food, what to do? And his second question is, a friend asked me where to get the carbohydrates. What are the substitute for the rice, the bread, the cooked potatoes? Thank you again. So we're going to address the first question, which is the raw vegan diet isn't delicious as the cooked food. What to do? Okay, so first of all, in my opinion, you guys, my thoughts and opinions here, number one, you need to get the cooked food out of your diet completely, because the cooked food is always going to mask the raw food, the flavors in raw foods, because cooked foods have so much, like, I guess you could say there's toxins in there, there's just the act of cooking even produce changes and alters the structure of the food and can cause addictive tendencies, I guess you could say, or addictive things, or it can cause the body just to have addictive qualities to it, you know. And especially if you're eating cooked processed foods, or even processed cooked vegan food, in my opinion, that still causes an addictive reaction, and it masks your taste buds, and your taste buds just aren't all the way there, if that makes any sense at all, because you can tell the difference. If anybody who has been raw vegan long enough, you know that you can tell a huge distinction between a food that is cooked and a food that is raw. I mean, because a food that is raw tastes so much better. It tastes so much better. It just tastes cleaner. It tastes fresher. It has much more flavor. And of course, the feeling in the body is a lot better too. But I mean, it's hard for people who are still eating cooked food to actually distinguish that, and people who are kind of still in transitioning phases and stuff, because when you completely have gotten off of cooked food for a very long time and are just on raw, whole, fresh, ripe, raw produce, and then you go back and you kind of have a taste, just a little taste of cooked food or processed foods, you go, no way, this ain't happening, no way. You automatically, and you automatically just say, no way, no heck, no way, raw food all the way. And because you can tell the distinction, that's because your taste buds have healed, your body has healed so much and has regenerated so much that it's like back to its natural ways, the way it's supposed to be, and you enjoy the raw fruits and vegetables so much more, and your body doesn't prefer cooked food at all. And from the very beginning, your body doesn't prefer cooked food, but you know, as the more, it's just like if you smoke, or if you drink alcohol, or if you're doing other bad things to your body, and you do it to your body long enough, your body, I don't want to say adapts to it, but it deals with it, but it kind of becomes an addiction, and it gets almost to where it wants more of it, almost, in a sense, which is weird to think about that when it doesn't need it. But that's when you get back to your natural, real ways, your body's so much happier, and you can tell the distinction between the two. So I think number one is to definitely completely get the cooked food out, because if you're constantly going back and forth between raw and cooked food, you're not going to enjoy the fully raw. You're not going to enjoy it at all. You're going to have questions like this where you're going to prefer cooked food over raw, because that cooked food is just it's so addictive, I guess you could say, that it's always going to mask raw. It's always going to mask raw. fully raw fruits and vegetables, a fully raw diet does not have any addictive qualities to it at all. It does not leave you in an addictive state. It does not leave you feeling or blah, or like, oh, I just hate the taste of this or anything. Fully raw should never do that. And so if you're having those problems, there's something that you're still not letting go of, I guess, or your body's still in the process of really cleaning house and everything, and trying to get rejuvenated and everything. Because I can tell you right now, eating fully raw, each meal is so enjoyable. And so I think another part of it is, let's see, I wrote it down. Another part of it is your fruits maybe your fruits are just not really good quality. Maybe the fruits that you have access to really don't have much flavor to them. They're not as sweet and just luscious as they should be, because that is possible in some areas depending on where you're located at, and the types of produce that you have access to. That's very highly possible. But I think the main reason is you need to stay away from all cooked food completely, because if you keep going back and forth, you're never going to enjoy fully raw. You're never going to gravitate to the fruits and vegetables, because you're always going to be thinking about the cooked foods. You're always going to be thinking about what vegan cooked foods you can make and everything, and then you totally avoid the fruits and vegetables in the first place, and you find out your diet has hardly any fruit in it at all. And another reason could be that you're just not eating enough variety. Variety is very, very important. It's very important. And yes, the body likes consistency, but it needs variety, and especially in, well, any diet you have. But I mean, when we're focusing, really trying to get our health back, it's really important that we focus on variety, because we need the different nutrients, vitamins and minerals and all the good stuff from all spectrums of the rainbow in produce, and leafy greens, nuts and seeds, and all fruits. And there's literally thousands, hundreds of thousands of different varieties of fruits and leafy greens and the nuts and seeds. There's just so much variety and so much different types out there, different flavors, that it's never boring. It is never boring. It is so amazing, and it's delicious. It's exciting. It's really exciting, and there's always something new to try, and there's always something new to look forward to. And so that's, if you seek, you will find. Seek and you will find. And also, it could be that you're just not experimenting with making different raw meals, experimenting with a mix of different herbs and spices, because I know the savory side of fully raw is very satisfying. The herbs and the spices, of course, that's highly debatable, highly debatable, I know, in the raw vegan arena. If you want to stay in the raw vegan optimal health arena, herbs and spices are debatable, but if you are one who still chooses to enjoy the onions and the garlic and the ginger and the herbs and spices, the whole spectrum of it, there is so many delicious combinations you can make that are so satisfying, that are better than cooked food, that are way better than cooked food. So when you say that it isn't as delicious as cooked food, those are the things that kind of come to my mind, is you're just not having enough variety. You have too much cooked food in your diet already, or you're just not far enough along the lines to where you're not enjoying your produce, your fresh raw produce enough. Your fruit quality could be really bad, because that's highly possible. I mean, I'm up here in Alaska, you guys, and there are some fruits that are just absolutely horrible. I know they taste absolutely delicious, because there are times where I get that same fruit and it's just absolutely horrible. But there's another time where there must be a good batch that comes in and it tastes amazing. Like, I can't get enough of it. It's so good and so sweet and flavorful. So that could be another problem. But also, like, you're just not getting enough variety, and you're just not experimenting with other dishes, like other meals, smoothies and juices and raw vegan dressing, sauces and dips, and other meals, different salad and veggie beds and smoothie bowls, and there's so much you can do. And this is another thing, is a fully raw diet, raw vegan diet, should be and is extremely delicious. It is extremely delicious. I think the main problem that a lot of people have is that they're just, I mean, we've been, like I see in some of my other videos here, you guys, I'm sure you guys have all heard this from other raw foodies too, is that we've been brought up on cooked food. We've been brought up on meat and dairy and the animal products and the chemical-laden foods and the heavy toxinated foods, the heavy addictive foods, that stuff stays deep within the body for quite a while. And so when we finally try to, I guess, cleanse or detox it out, it takes a while. It takes a while to do that. And yes, you can still be enjoying your fruits, raw fruits in the meantime, but there probably will be those times where you just cannot find the deliciousness in raw foods. But it is there. It is there. But you're just, in my opinion, I think it's just the body still addicted to cooked foods. You still have those addictive qualities to cooked foods, because I know without a doubt, I've seen it in other long-term raw foodies too, and then in myself too, that eating fully raw is like the most delicious way of eating ever. Well, I know that for sure. I know that for sure because I love it, and that is why I keep sharing it with you guys on YouTube, on this channel, because I love it. I love the flavors are endless, and it's just, it really is amazing, and there is so much and so many more flavors that are out there to experience that it's literally never ending. Alrighty guys, so I will let you guys go. Remember to love being raw. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you, and I'll see you guys next video, okay? Bye guys.